organ donation forms. Now, if we look at the Bhagavad Gita perspective, the Bhagavad Gita gives timeless wisdom. At different points in time, there are different issues that are relevant, and there are many ethical issues and fundamental issues involved whenever we look at any question. So let's see what the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. What is the knowledge of our scriptures for this? Now, what happens in organ donation is that the organs are taken, they are harvested, and then they are given to another person who is in need of the same. Any kind of technology, it can be used for the welfare of the people or for exploiting people. So the same thing happens with organ donation also. In some instances, the organs are harvested illegally also. So that is definitely unethical and unlawful if it is happening when the person is alive, and also sometimes it happens without the consent of the person. So that is definitely illegal and unethical. So that is a separate angle. Now, in those cases when the person is willing and wants to donate organs, there are three aspects that need to be considered: the action, or the content of the activity, the intent of the action, and the consequence of the action. Now, organ transplant, if we look at our scriptures, it's not a very alien concept, because Lord Ganesha gets an elephant head right after his head was cut off, and Daksha, he gets a human head after his head was replaced by a goat's head. So there are other examples also, and now some people may just brush away these things and say that this is very unreal, this is mythological, but these are part of our scriptures, so they are definitely true. And this proves the point that organ donation is not a new concept as per our scriptures. Now, there are two views, there are two sections of people, holding different views about organ donation. The first section thinks that it is a tradition to cremate the body, and that's why we should not do anything else with the body. We should let nature take its course. But the question arises here is, to what extent do we let nature take its course? When we have a cough, do we let nature take its course, or we interfere with the nature's course by taking some medication to get relief from that cough, or any other disease for that matter? So the question here is, to what extent do we let nature take its course? So this kind of view, this choice is based on caution. God, and at the time the body to give someone a new life or help someone. And why should the soul be so attached to the body that it wants to exercise control over the body? Do that. Now, this choice is based on compassion. So, there is caution and there is compassion. We may also combine compassion and caution. Whenever we donate an organ, there is a possibility of it being misused, but there is also a possibility that it can be used for something nice. For example, if a person donates eyes, then the person who gets the eyes will see the creation of God and may actually get closer to God. So this is an act of compassion. There are multiple factors to be considered here. For every action we take, there are interactions of karma involved, but that alone should not just be the consideration, because do we just think about karma, or we think about our dharma also? What is our duty? If we just think about what is going to be the implication of our karma, then heartless. But the principle of karma is not to make us heartless, it is to make us a good person, right? Responsible person. There is a natural human tendency to help others, and that is not so that is not supposed to be suppressed, but that is supposed to be channelized. But the problem comes when we are just using this tendency to help others to provide only materialistic help and not any spiritual help. Yes, there are some karma implications involved when a person donates organs, but if a person donates organs, then the other person may actually be so thankful that they may get closer to Krishna. So that will be very good for them, getting closer to Krishna, having an appreciation for Krishna, having an appreciation for this act of kindness which gets them closer to God. So there can be no one answer to this question. At the end of Bhagavad Gita, what does Krishna tell Arjun? He's asking Arjun to deliberate over what he has spoken, and then he tells Arjuna that you do as you desire. So, in that spirit, we have provided some pointers on the basis of the talks by senior devotees. Now, the decision will have to be taken by every individual themselves based on these pointers from the seniors. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.